It's the After the Show podcast, precious.
We don't care, we're about to swear on the air. It's the After the Show, so tune in if you dare. KVJ, get risque every single day. It's uncensored. We can say what we want to say.
All right, hello, and welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast. Happy Tuesday.
Not Monday, as it was erroneously reported earlier.
Who reported that?
KVJ retraction.
Bird is back, though, so in his mind, it's the first day of the week. It's Monday.
It's Monday to him.
I'm back, and that means things are incorrect.
All right.
You're back. It means things are exciting.
There we go.
Yeah. Well, we got some emails here today. People following up on that threesome conversation we had in the regular show. There was a sex toy company that I'm sure inaccurately reported that 59% of men, or whatever it is, something ridiculous, have had a threesome.
It was a high number.
It's crazy high. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm buying any of that. But Jennifer talked about how she went out to a show with a friend and another friend who I never met before. And when I got to his house, it turns out there was another woman there. And she and I had met out before a couple of times. We'd been a little flirty. By the time the three of us were on our way back to his house after the show, we could not keep our hands off of each other and spent the entire Memorial Day weekend tangled up in a sweaty, naked mess. It was amazing. Absolutely no regrets. Very good memories to carry with me, and there was no attachment outside of that. It sounds like, yeah, no one had any kind of relationship going on, as we talked about the dangers of the threesome, that when you do, sometimes it doesn't end well.
That just sounds like a big old hookup right there.
It sounds like a one-off event that maybe nobody was going to get their feelings hurt because it wasn't going to happen again.
Yeah, kind of had that feel. And Chris said the key to having a threesome while in a relationship is communication. If there isn't communication, it's not going to work. Boundaries have to be set from the beginning. Okay, sounds like a piece of wisdom. Otherwise, you gonna wreck your shit.
Exactly.
You can still set boundaries and wreck your shit.
1,000%.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. No, that's happened. You know, you may go into it saying I'm okay, and then just that image, sometimes things burn a hole in your brain, and once it's in there, you can't get it out.
Well, especially if you really do have deep feelings for somebody, and then all of a sudden this new lover is making you have, I don't know.
You see them that way. Yeah.
I've never heard that sound before.
I never heard them moan like that.
I can see that going south real quick.
I've never been able to elicit that response.
Right.
But I think, like the last email, I think some people can keep their head about it. It really depends on the person, but I think it is a lower percentage.
Okay. Yeah, I think you're probably right. I did see this, too, an article that is out about the 15 types of orgasms, unlocking the secrets to ultimate pleasure.
Kevin is in a naughty mood
No
today.
kidding.
Who the hell are you, and what'd you do with my Kevin?
I know you guys like sex talk. So
You do.
just trying to serve it up for you.
You are serving it.
Hot and fresh.
Have you had a bonus since the 9 o'clock hour?
Nonstop, yeah.
Can you
Popped
put
a
on
little
some
Viagra.
like mood music?
Just let it ride.
Raging boner.
That's it. Yeah, the sexologist Jessica Toscano reveals 15 types of orgasms, including physical and psychological experiences, some of which occur outside typical sexual activity. And understanding the differences between male and female orgasms highlights ongoing research challenges, especially concerning female sexual pleasure. They say stimulation of various erogenous zones can lead to a diverse orgasmic experience, making sexual pleasure a multifaceted endeavor.
1,000%. There are spots on the body that you may not even know you like touch there, and they enhance the sexual moment for you.
Show me on Kevin.
Well, okay, let me see. Arch your back slightly, Kevin.
Okay. It's good for your posture.
No, but even people there are some people who get turned on by having their feet rubbed. And that can turn them on, especially if something sexual is going on while the foot is being rubbed, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah. She says that really what becomes key is communication. And then that way you're letting your partner know what feels good, and then that way you can experience a whole plethora.
I think communication is so important when it comes to the bedroom.
Yeah.
Well, because if you don't know what your partner likes, how are you ever going to deliver that thunder?
Yeah. There you go.
Someone's
so you
like
gotta
some
let
weird
them know.
shit out there. Fun weird. I'm not kink shaming anybody.
We know you're into weird shit. Promoter of weird shit. We've seen the videos. We've seen the pictures.
Oh, get out of here.
That was pretty interesting.
I got an email here from Chris, and he said, I was listening to yesterday's show about pooping at work, and it reminded me of this docuseries on Netflix called 100 Humans. In one of the experiments, 2 subjects had to stare into each other's eyes while one of them pooped. That's amazing. Wow.
So rough.
That's rough.
That's right. They both had to lock eyes while the other pooped.
Do it, bitch punishment?
Oh, yeah.
It would be that would be a horrific punishment, and there is a way we could set it up to where you could just see the person's face.
Gosh, that'd be crazy, huh?
That would be. I don't want that punishment.
How could we set that up?
Well, I mean,
Both people are pooping?
It's about timing. And yeah, I mean, unless you had it set up where you had commodes facing each other, I don't know that you could do that. I don't know where you'd find that. That requires plumbing and all that.
It's a tough stunt to pull off.
Very tough.
I believe it was Meghan Trainor who said that her and her husband have toilets in the bathroom together, and they said they pooped in the bathroom and held hands.
Yeah.
But then they pushed back on it and said, "Oh no, that's not true."
Yeah.
But was the initial thing true?
That made me like her less.
Yeah, I can see
I was
that.
like, what? No.
Yeah, we don't
She's singing all about that bass.
Exactly.
No. No, girl, no.
I mean, you need a little bit more treble, a little less bass.
If
over
you
there.
really did that, I don't like you. And if you are just saying that to like get some sort of clout, then I think you're really weird.
Is there any way you could poop in front of Panda?
No.
Not even close.
No.
Could you look into his eyes while he pooped?
No. I don't want to. I don't even want to know anything about it.
Could you do that with the Queen?
Yeah, I think I
you
could.
could.
I think I have.
Oh.
She broke down those barriers. She has no qualms when it comes to going to the bathroom. Yeah, in fact, she had the door open. I'm like, you need me to close that door? She's like, no, I'm fine. I was like, no, let me close it for you. She's like, no, leave it open.
She wants to keep an eye on you.
She doesn't like
brown
closing.
eye.
Yeah, and then when I close, she's like, why are you closing the door for? What are you hiding there? I'm like, well, I'm pooping. And I got poop. And she'd be like, don't be weird. Like, I don't care. I'm like,
Don't be weird.
I'm like, yeah, I think you're being weird by keeping it open.
I agree.
Yeah.
My mom said she was embarrassed and she would wait. They were married, and my dad would leave work, and that's when she'd go number 2.
Yeah, some people like that.
I'd go, so you guys are married, and you still kind of had it. She's like, yeah, it took me a while to get comfortable.
Yeah. Some people are just that way.
But once that wall came down, forget about it.
Then it just, there's no putting that genie back in the bottle.
Then her family was a little too comfortable.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Chris said the show's pretty entertaining to watch. They bring 100 people together from different age groups, 20s to 60s, and they conduct a series of games and tests. It's fascinating to see how each age group reacted. It's definitely worth watching. It's called 100 Humans on Netflix.
Okay.
I like those kind of social experiment kind of things where you put people in really tough situations. So there you go, something to check out.
Netflix does put some fucking weird shit on their channel, man.
They take some chances. I like it though. You
I
know,
do
so
too.
much stuff is retreads and the same old, same old. Give me something new. Becky said that on Netflix, The Territory is fantastic. It's about a family who own the largest property and cattle ranch in Australia, and all the people trying to take it over. Well, I mean, that sounds like Yellowstone.
It does. Is it a real thing, or is it a real documentary, or is it scripted?
Don't know. It sounds like it'd be scripted. The character development is really interesting, so scripted. It's a big fucked up family who has to deal with all the other characteristics or all the other characters trying to screw them. Lots of different points of view and tons of drama. I was hooked quick and can't wait for another season.
I got something for all you murder fans out there. It's a real documentary. It's on Netflix, and it's called Born Evil, The Serial Killer and the Savior. And it's a serial killer you never even really heard of. And it is a bizarre story.
Oh, yeah?
Everybody in this documentary, including the cops, are fucking weird, man.
Where did this happen?
I can't remember. Yeah, probably.
Wasn't in Florida.
No, supposedly this dude killed somebody in every single state.
Oh.
It's a good documentary. If you like that kind of stuff, I highly recommend it. I think it's 4 episodes, maybe 5. It's good though.
All right. Well, on Yellowstone, they asked Kevin Costner what they thought about what they did with his character, John Dutton, on the show, and he didn't really know because he ain't watching, according to him.
I guess there's no way to avoid a spoiler alert, but are you cool with what aired last night?
I'm going to be perfectly honest. I didn't know it was actually airing last night.
Really?
That's a swear to God moment. I swear to God. I mean, I've been seeing ads with my face all over the place, and I'm thinking, gee, I'm not in that one. I'm not in this season, but I've been seeing. But I didn't realize yesterday was the thing. I really had my focus has been on what I was having to do, and I got a few calls to me. So you think sometimes I'm like just a passenger in my life. You know, there's a lot going on, and somebody said, it played last night, and I said, okay. So no, I found out about it this morning actually.
Okay.
I believe him. I don't think he gives a shit.
No, I think he's kind of over. I think he's moved on to other things. And yeah, so it kind of kicks out that whole thought that, maybe he might, surprise, and come back at the end. So
I don't think he's coming back.
I don't think he's coming back either. He sounds like he really does not like that one dude, right?
I think it was
Tyler Sheridan.
I think it was both of them tried to flex and whose dick is bigger.
They try to outcock each other.
They were too much dick for one set.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, I've kind of heard what's going on. I'm going to wait and see what happens with this final little round of Yellowstone before I watch it because I don't know. I'm going to give the time. I don't know that I like where they're taking it. So we'll see.
Yeah, I read the spoiler alert. I won't say what it is, but I didn't like it. It's just like, all right.
That's why I really never recommend a series because it's amazing. Look, I learned from Game of Thrones. You can screw up 7 awesome seasons in one episode and be like, I'm not watching that again. That's crazy. So they may screw up Yellowstone. I guess we'll have to wait and see what goes down with it. So it's very possible, though.
I hate when they fuck up the ending.
Yeah.
Even with Succession, I really love that show, and I thought they could have done a better job at the ending for that.
Yeah, it was listed the other day. I was looking at shows that end perfectly, and they had that listed. I was like, I don't know how I even feel about that. I'm not sure I would put that on.
No.
Yeah, finishing perfectly. Now, I did see that the new season of Squid Games is going to be coming here very soon. You liked the first season of that, right, Virginia?
I loved season 1 of Squid Game.
It was, 3 years ago?
It was a while ago. I'm going to have to, get a refresher on where we left off. I think we left off, he was about to board a plane and go somewhere. He was walking down the jetway.
Okay.
And maybe the person we thought was dead is not dead. I can't remember. I got to go back and watch it now.
They have things on YouTube where you can go back and just watch a 2-minute summary.
I need that.
If you forget how things go.
Squid Game was awesome. If you haven't seen that from the beginning, that was really intense.
Yeah, I never got into it.
I loved it.
Subtitles?
Yes.
And you said it didn't hurt it. It didn't make you annoyed to watch
it. I loved it.
Season 2 is going to be premiering on Netflix on December 26th. And they just talked to the creator of it. I did not know that you could get so stressed that you lost teeth. Have you ever heard of that?
Stress made teeth fall out of your mouth?
Hwang Dong-hyuk. That's what he claims. He lost teeth because of the stress he went through putting this show together. That's crazy.
Well, does that mean
I read that you were so stressed during the first series of Squid Game that you lost 6 teeth.
I think that 8 or 9 teeth.
8 or 9 teeth? Wow. And you were so stressed that you didn't want to do a second series.
Yes.
You were adamant. So why did you change your mind?
Money.
Money. Duh.
Wow, yeah.
You know what he probably did? He probably maybe didn't have the best teeth going into that project. And at night, when you're stressed, you can grind your teeth and you can really do a lot of damage. I have to sleep with a night guard now because I've done so much damage from stress grinding. But if you have bad teeth to begin with and then you stress grind, you can pop those sons of bitches right out.
I'm a grinder too, and think about it too. If you're putting on this whole big production, there's a chance you're not probably being as clean as you could be either.
Of course.
So you've got all these things working against you.
The weight of the world is on you with this show, and if it doesn't work, then your career's in the toilet. Like, that's a lot of pressure on one show.
You're probably up for 3 days in a row. You go, oh shit, I forgot to floss.
It was a good show, guys. I really highly recommend it.
Yeah, I know you're very high on it.
It's on the list. It's I got my eyeballs on it.
Okay, you think you might go Squid Game?
I want to give it a chance. I want to finish that murder one that I'm watching, and then I might want to give that a chance. I kind of want to watch Yellowstone as well.
Yeah, I have enjoyed it up until this point, so I hope it finishes strong. It's going to finish without John Dutton, so we'll see. I don't like that part of it still. But
I don't either.
I guess I'll have to see how they do it.
I think they did it intentionally like that to be insulting to Kevin Costner, and he's so hot. I'm mad at them for doing that.
Well, yeah, how they got rid of his character, I just don't. To me, I already think it's some character betrayal.
It's a character betrayal.
I can't definitely say without seeing how they did it specifically, but I don't like after reading it. So we'll see.
That's what it really pisses off, I think, the fans, is when you do have a character that's known, and then all of a sudden you go, what the shit are they
wouldn't
doing?
do that.
They would never do that. People don't change like that.
Shitty writing, and the guy that is on the show still, running the show still, has an agenda and doesn't like Kevin Costner, and so he let that mess with his ability to write a good script.
That's what, people have accused Star Wars over, is them making the original character shitty on purpose just to piss off the fan base.
Wow.
Can't prove that.
What a weird flex.
But it's a theory.
I'll show you.
It's a weird
We're
flex.
gonna make Luke Skywalker a bitch.
If you're looking to make people tune in more and get as many eyes on your product as possible, why would you do such character betrayal?
I think they think they're doing right by it. Blinded by their...
That's different than what the Yellowstone guy is doing. The Yellowstone guy, I think, is purposely fucking with the script and making Kevin Costner do things that character wouldn't have done.
Yeah, or he's just, he didn't put a lot of thought into it. Who knows? It'll be interesting to see how it all ends. Now, Jeremy said, yesterday I asked if Virginia had ever been on the Weird and Whatever podcast. She obviously didn't know because she drinks. But would you have her on this Thursday? I think it would be amazing, Jeremy says.
Why this Thursday? Is there a reason?
Don't know that there's anything
I can't do
particular.
it this Thursday. I'm booked. I have an event at City Place.
And also, you have been on the Weird and Whatever Wednesday, or Weird and Whatever podcast before. You were on one episode. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I know we did a bitch and a witch.
We did that as well.
I just couldn't remember which episode of Weird and Whatever I was on.
You might have just came in for a segment because we used to do it here at the station. You might have been milling around and got on the microphone real quick.
Okay, that makes sense.
But I don't think you've ever come to my house for that.
No, I don't think so either.
Come on down. Come on up. Wherever the hell you're at.
I'm booked. I got a crazy couple of Thursdays. This Thursday, I'm at City Place. Next Thursday, Magnolia comes home for Thanksgiving.
When is Thanksgiving?
So it's the 28th, but she's coming home a week early on the 21st.
Ralston's going out to dinner for Thanksgiving. We're going to be out of town.
Going to be out of town. Yep. We'll be in Detroit for Thanksgiving. We're going to the Lions game, and Shabuzi's doing the halftime show.
Oh, look at you.
Man.
Hobnobbing.
I hope Detroit Kev has the same kind of spirit as a Boston Kev.
Okay, well, I'll have a whole family with me.
Boston Ralston, I hear you.
Boston Ralston needs to bring it to Detroit.
Yeah, probably not going to bring that kind of energy. But,
Are y'all all going to the game?
I believe so. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I believe so. We're going to see. I mean, we're kind of lining it up how we do everything, but Cannon's going to go to everything with at least one person, and we'll see. We're getting the tickets and accumulating, and because honestly, I think some people would rather just go to a sports bar in that city. I remember one time, that dude that took me to the national championship game for college football, and I don't know what was going on with that dude. He was.
I know who you're talking about. He was squirrely.
Yeah, I think he was doing some disco dust and a lot of drinking, and he was a lot to handle, and he just disappeared.
Did you say at one point he was eating some cheese, and it either got on his arm or he was eating some nachos?
Yeah.
It was a big old cheese nacho mess.
That was another experience. That was another national. I went to 2 with him.
Yeah.
That I had a couple other guys with me that could help out. There were 3 other dudes. This was just Me and him. And so I was alone, and I just remember sitting there. The guy bought us crazy great seats on the 50-yard line. I kind of got bored with the game, and they had a sports bar right behind us, and I found myself in there just sitting there watching the game. And I'm like, what am I doing? I'm sitting here enjoying this game just as much, watching it. I'm not even watching it live.
Probably because you were sitting next to a lunatic, maybe.
Yeah, but he had kind of left. I was just doing soul searching. I'm like, I just got to get home.
What a weird trip.
Yeah, the second one was rough.
That sounds awful.
First one was rough too. The second one was rough.
But especially if you're in a situation where it's just a one-on-one, you don't know the person that well at all. They got money, and it's a work thing. So you got to be cool, but they're also a maniac.
Well, he was just all over the place. We were at the first national championship game. I was out there with Jay Cashmere, who used to do TV in town.
I love Jay Cashmere.
And it was when Alabama started to get really good, and they were playing Texas, and we were out there at this game. We were watching it, having a really good time. And all of a sudden, the dude that brought us out there, he's like, wheels up on the jet, we're going to Vegas. And,
what?
He's like, you got to let your buddy know, because he didn't know Jay. I invited Jay. And I go to Jay. I'm like, Jay, I think this guy wants to go to freaking Vegas, man. Like he had control of the jet. We were on a private jet.
Right, it's his jet.
I'm like, we're gonna get left behind here in L.A. if we don't get on this jet. And Jay's like, I'm not leaving. He's like, this is Alabama. I'm not going. I'm like, oh great. So I have to try to distract this guy so that he forgets that he wants to go to Vegas. So I'm just trying to ply him with drinks to get him so hammered he forgets about Vegas. I'm like, dude, let's get another drink. Let's chug. I'm like, yeah. So
Did he forget?
Yes. I got him so shit-faced. He forgot all about going to Vegas.
Thank God.
And so I distracted him. So like, Jay's not going to leave. I can't leave Jay behind. I'm going to be stuck in,
Most people can't just get up and go to Vegas on a whim.
Yeah. No, it was madness. So yeah, I had that kind of energy. But
Wheels up on the jet, sport.
Yeah.
Wheels up on the jet.
Yeah, he called every sport. Yeah.
He called everybody sport.
Yeah, what a trip.
He flamed out.
Yeah.
That dude flamed out.
Yeah, so we'll probably have a lot of the family will probably just go to sports bars for a lot of these games. But that's all cool. I'm fine if I'm in a sports bar. I like that energy. It's fun. Yeah, if you do the Weird and Whatever this Thursday, Jay Bird.
We are.
Okay. I don't know if you're going to be talking about the big congressional hearing that is going down tomorrow.
I'm excited.
It's a big one. Yeah.
I hope we have something to chew on.
Yes, they are doing a UAP congressional hearing with Representatives Nancy Mace and Glenn Grothman. They're going to be delving into the implications of UAPs for national security and public safety as part of the ongoing efforts by Congress to promote transparency and government accountability around the topic.
There's too many people coming out saying, we have stories, we've seen things, stop saying we're lying because we're not lying. And people want answers, damn it.
Mm-hmm. They say the hearing will likely address issues surrounding UAP sightings, federal data transparency, potential risks to both military and civilian aircraft. And you can actually watch the proceedings live through the U.S. House Committee on Oversight and Accountability's official channels.
Now who's
Congress.gov.
Who's got the boner now?
You do. I know. I can see it.
All right, take it easy. I don't really have a boner. Just you're playing along at home.
Put that thing on KVJ TV.
These are not the best pants, though, to wear to work because if you do get a bone piece, it will absolutely show up. We do not want bone pieces.
Alien bone piece.
Do you think anything comes out of this?
No, not yet.
Just a big old blue ball circle jerk.
Yeah, I don't think we're there. I think it's still just some discussions. Courtney had said you mentioned on the ATS yesterday Virginia being on the Bitch and Witch podcasts, and I can't believe I had never watched it before. One of the best podcasts ever, Virginia and Panda's butt stuff experiences from past relationships.
That was a very funny segment. I think we were all getting a little turned, too.
Oh, I was hammered. I have no idea what I said.
The Bitch and the Witch was very fun. We talked about doing that again. We should.
We should.
Virginia stinking up the room with her farts, and we even heard Chewy barking in the background, taking the blame for Virginia's stank.
I think Chewy had bad gas that day.
It wasn't even me. It was Chewy.
I think he did. I think he had bad gas.
Damn, your dog blamed it on me? Isn't it supposed to be the other way around where you fart and blame it on the dog?
Towards the end, yeah, Chewy, he had a little bit of a fart problem.
Okay. Got Angela with an email here. Said, just wanted to throw something out there, and I'm sure the three of you could make popular. I'm on the road a lot in the mornings and afternoons with the kids, and I always felt sad that the punch buggy thing has pretty much gone extinct. Nowadays, we do it with Cybertrucks, just as we used to do with the punch buggies. Okay, that's kind of fun.
You fucking punch me, and we ain't gonna have a fun ride. I don't like that shit.
I don't like punch buggy.
No.
I never liked it when I was young. I don't like it now. I think it's a stupid game.
Well, because not everyone's got the right temperament for the trade.
Right.
There'll always be some person that frogs you in the neck or something.
And if you frog me a little bit harder than you should, I'm going to fucking frog you back. And now we're fist fighting in a car. What's good about that?
Or I'm just gonna be pissy and bitchy the whole ride. Now you're fucking up my vibe, man. Don't be punching me.
I'm going to go for blood.
You will go for blood. I'll go for sourpuss face. It won't be fun.
Fight or flight. I'm here to fight.
Fighting in a car, by the way, is awful. Physically trying to fight is can't move.
That would be funny. Car boxing.
Car boxing.
Where you have to find the tiniest car and box in the back seat.
Just throw down. That could be entertaining.
Loser is the one that gets out first.
Couldn't move. You're right. I love it.
You can't, when you get out, that's when you surrender.
There's nowhere to run.
All right, let's do this.
I love it. That is a great idea. Angela, I want to give a shout out to Don Estridge and Coral Reef Elementary. Okay, there you go.
Woohoo!
Craig commenting on the low SAT and ACT scores on a 3-year slide ever since COVID. Things have been going in the wrong direction for Florida high school students. He said, yeah, the COVID caused a couple of shifts with our students. When they were on Zoom, they were given a lot more information and had a lot less work to do. Now we're trying to reverse the trend to have them be more analytical and decisive thinkers. There's a lot of pushback on how it was and how easy it was and how hard it is now. And I think Florida is going to reverse the trend, though, as the young people who had to go through the COVID and the virtual learning are going to start to graduate. Then the kids coming up, they won't know that world. So it did, in a sense. You know, if you had a kid that did virtual learning, it sounds like it's kind of ruined them. Not that they're useless, but it definitely took a hit for most of them.
It definitely fucked them up socially because a lot of those kids didn't get a prom, didn't get homecoming dance, didn't get to graduate in an auditorium and walk across the stage while their family cheered. That shit's important. And they didn't get any of that. And I think they got a raw-ass deal.
Yeah, I would say they definitely did. So, yeah, it's a tough thing. We'll see what winds up happening with our educational systems. It definitely could use a correct, and maybe it's as simple as just graduating some of those kids. Eric said, I saw a fake-ass Kevin on Saturday, and now I see them everywhere.
That's what happens. Once you see one, it becomes this thing.
If you see a fake Kevin out in the wild, please snap a photo of him. Send it to us, DM it, tag us. I need to see these fake Kevins.
But just know, once you do see one, you will start seeing them everywhere.
Yeah.
Are they like gremlins? Are they multiplying?
Well, I told you about Indian Kev that I know.
Yeah.
I met a Cajun Kev. I've met so many
Okay.
Kevin lookalikes in my time.
We're absolutely everywhere. Yeah, I said, slender men with beady eyes and perfect hair seem to haunt my every move. Please help. I feel like I'm surrounded by dudes who give off dentist energy. We got an email from Jennifer. She said, just curious, when do you put up your Christmas decorations? After Halloween, after Thanksgiving, or right before Christmas?
I personally think, and I know I'm going to get some pushback on this, but as soon as October is done, Halloween's done, I say you're able to get into both.
Yeah.
And I know people are like, well, what about Thanksgiving? Okay, wait till the middle of November. But I think you're good. Middle of November on. Yeah, I'm not pissed off by that.
No.
People get so pissed off about that.
I would say maybe ideally for me, my preference would be a little bit leading into Thanksgiving. So when you turn that page, we got some Christmas stuff up, but the tree and all that, maybe like the first weekend of December. Then you go full bore on it. That's my thought.
But there are some people that, what? Christmas tree in November? Fuck you. Whoa, take it easy. It's supposed to bring people together.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me. I think the only thing for me is, even when you have something awesome, you know how sometimes you just get fatigue on it?
Sure.
You're eating something awesome and you're like, get a little fatigued on it. I think that's the only thing for me with Christmas. It needs to stay in a time compartment because after a while, it's like, okay, yeah, I love Christmas, but it's starting to wear a bit.
Because there's a type of person that really does get stressed out for the holidays, and then there's some people who just go with the flow. And I know if you got family, you got kids and all that stuff, it gets a little bit way more stressful for you because you want to make sure you get all the presents for the kids. I mean, I get all that, but enjoy the ride.
The thing I never tire on is the Christmas lights. I've always said, and I've even told the Queen, I'm like, we should keep up I love the white lights. I think it looks just magical, and I'd say keep them up all year long. I never get tired of those.
Christmas music now. Some rumpa-pum-pum, that shit has got to go.
Well, that and watching all the specials and things along, going that deep in it.
Look at what
I've got
my
about
dad, you guys.
I got about 3 weeks of that stuff. After that, I'm kind of done.
Rumpa-pum-pum. I don't know. It rubs you the wrong way, Virginia.
Yeah, there are some bullshit Christmas
There
songs.
really is a bunch of.
But then there's some great ones like the Mariah Carey one that we love.
I do love that song. That is my cut.
There's 2 Mariah Carey ones that are amazing now.
And I'm not talking about All I Want for Christmas. She had another one she did that is, I don't know, less than a hit, right? It wasn't that big of a hit.
It wasn't as big as All I Want for Christmas, but it's just the jam.
It is a jam.
Hold on, I'll pull up the name of it.
It's one of the few times Ariana Grande does not annoy me. She's that song.
Got an email here from Meredith. It's a question for Denny's about his vinyl wallpaper. She said, I need vinyl wallpaper for a bathroom. Where did you order yours from and how much did you order?
That's exactly what I did for my cave closet. He got the idea from me. It's this tile, the sticky tile you put up, and it's rather affordable if you don't want to redo and get all that shit done to your bathroom. It looks nice, and it's so easy to do. You peel it off, and you stick it up there, and Denny's even put it to where he put a little extra glue on there to kind of really secure it. But it's very easy to do.
It looked amazing. Yeah, it really was. It changes the entire dynamic of a room.
It changed my closet. Looks like I showed you my closet.
Yeah, it
with
looks
the
real
fountain.
nice.
Your closet's looking great. Yeah, I did get the idea from Bird. So I went with an even simpler version of yours, which I thought was great. This one's even easier to put up. It takes even less effort. It just sticks to the wall. You don't have to do anything else. It just sticks to the wall. You're good to go. And then you can peel it off if you need to make an adjustment. It's really easy to line up. I had to peel it off and put it back on a few times, and it never lost any of its stickiness.
I did it in my kitchen with brick.
The brick is awesome.
Where did you order it from, and how much did you order?
So you could buy it locally. I'll put it up on KVJ TV here, but you can buy it locally. This right here, I bought at Walmart. It's I think it's $33.50 a ream.
Yeah, and I got mine on Amazon Prime, and I want to say that was, mine was. Oh, I can't do the math. I bought too many of them. Divide into 3.
Oh, no. Take off your shoe, use your toes.
I think you're right, though, Big D. I think it's right around that same price point.
So to do one bathroom, because what I usually do is I'll paint one wall. I'll do an accent wall. I'll paint a wall, one of the colors from the palette of whatever wallpaper I'm putting up. So I'll have that wall, and then I'll do the other walls in the wallpaper. So there's one accent wall. So I'd have to subtract one wall. I'd say you'd spend $30, $60. It'd be about $100 to do a full room.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's about what it would come out to. Maybe like 100. If you had a little bit bigger of a bathroom, I'd say maybe go for the extra ream.
Okay.
I'm looking at mine, and my price was, I think, $110, and I still have stuff left over.
Yeah, I still have a ton left over as well.
Okay.
But yeah, super easy to put up. If you go to Walmart, it's in the do-it-yourself aisle where the bathroom supplies are at, where they have the bathroom shower stuff.
Okay.
It's the
smart.
Do-it-yourself, meaning don't ask anybody who works here. Just do-it-yourself, bitch.
Everything at Walmart is do-it-yourself.
Yeah.
At least in South Florida.
Oh, man, I was trying to get spray paint, which is locked up. I could not get an employee. I must have been there 35 minutes.
You look like a guy who's looking to go tag
Yeah,
stuff.
I know. I couldn't get one person to help me. I asked this one dude twice, and about the third time I asked him, he was so annoyed with me that I just left.
Is that why they lock it up?
They do,
For
I think, because
vandals?
people,
Stealing,
I think people steal it and then they use it to spray paint.
And they
tag spots.
do not like to give you a key.
Well, so the guy didn't have the key. He was annoyed that I kept asking him to call the person with the key. I mean, we're at the third time I asked him to call this person for me.
That is annoying.
And he goes, the guy's not coming. I don't know what you want from me. You want me to just keep calling him? And I go, all right, I'm out of here later.
I shit you not.
Head to Lowe's.
So much for that tagging project.
Well, so I had to go to another store to buy spray paint. I couldn't get it at the same location because nobody with a key would come and help me.
It was probably 4 times in a row, and it's on me because I got burned 4 times. By the second time, you should just know, all right, they ain't got the key. But 4 different times I tried to get cologne there, and every time, Keith has the key. Well, where the fuck is Keith at? Oh, Keith is at home today.
He's on a break.
Yeah, he's at home. He was off. He has the key, and he's off every time.
So the lady was ringing me out in the makeup section. So they have their own register there. And the lady was telling me how much she hates when she gets stuck there and has to ring people out. The whole time she's ringing me out, she's like, I'm just trying to get out of here. I can't get out of here now. I'm stuck. She's like, I'm helping you. The next person's going to walk up. I got to help them. I just go, it sucks. I don't know what you want from me.
Good luck.
Yeah, sorry you're having to do your job.
I was like, that sucks, man.
That's
I don't know
really
what to
tough
say.
for you.
That's about as fun as when you get an Uber ride and the driver's like, you're only going 16 miles. I'm not going to make any
Oh,
money
they give
off
you the
this.
spiel. They go, we can't see where you're going. To go
We have
5
to
miles.
accept it,
Yeah.
and then you just go for 3 miles. It's kind of a jerk move.
Well, I go, my car's not working today. I don't do this often. I'm sorry.
You're right.
It's the worst.
People are odd.
Yeah.
People are, yeah, it's kind of an uncomfortable thing when you're in a car with somebody and they're basically shit talking you to your face about going too short of a distance.
Because you're in their car. You're on their turf, and they're mad at you, and they're driving you, and sometimes they start driving aggressive, and you're like, what the fuck is going on right now?
I had that lady on the phone. She was complaining that she was driving Uber because her boyfriend wouldn't wake up, and it's his job, and they need the money, so she's doing it for him because he's so lazy. And she's saying this all on the phone, and then she's like, my last customer was so annoying. He smelled so bad. And I go, is this lady going to talk mad trash when I get out of this car? About me. I was trying to be as cool as I could.
Yeah, she's not doing it right. Well, first of all, why are you with that guy? He won't wake up to, you need money, and he won't wake up to do his job.
And she's doing it for him, and she's on the phone complaining about it on
You
speakerphone.
need to go park that car and get his shit out.
Break up with him.
Yeah.
Why are we staying in a relationship with this lazy beast?
Right, let me help you out.
Yeah. I was like, bro, I'm just trying to go see our chicks real quick.
I'll do some backseat driving in your life.
Yeah, the still for me the worst was the guy that was growling and snarling and farting. That was a great Uber ride.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rough.
It was very rough.
You know they have that. People put their phones on the dashboard. It has that little arm that holds your phone so they can while they're driving.
Yeah.
And you usually use that for Uber if you're driving, right?
Right.
This one guy was on there on Tinder and just swiping everyone as we're driving. I'm watching every single person he's picking and not picking. It was just such an odd. You're just sitting there watching somebody live their life.
That's amazing.
It was
How about
great. It was
that?
great. He was pretty creepy too.
Yeah, you guys get some fascinating Uber drivers.
I think because we do it more than your regular person, I think, so we have more chances of odd stuff. And yeah, we've got into an accident in an
Yeah,
Uber car
crashed
before.
the car. We had to get out while they
Dang.
did a police report.
We just walked the hell away.
Peace.
Yeah, we just
I am
walked to
not
the
sticking
shopping
around
center.
to be
This
a
ain't my
witness.
problem.
Nope.
We were out.
Bye.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call a new Uber right here.
We're
ain't
lucky
my
enough
problem.
the accident happened close to our place.
We just walked to the
walked back
shopping
home.
center. Yeah.
Goodbye. I'm out of here. No, for real. I'm out of here.
That other song that Mariah Carey won that you love for Christmas is called Oh Santa.
Yeah, that is a jam.
It is such a jam. Ariana Grande's on it. I know she's controversial, but y'all, she brings the heat.
And so Jennifer Hudson's on there and brings the heat.
It's good.
All right, y'all. Have an amazing Tuesday or Monday, depending upon how you're set. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Goodbye.